Good morning, boys and girls. Back to opinion writing. Do you remember this book? I am not going to get up today. And you remember, I wrote my first opinion piece about this boy using this Oreo organizer. Remember how I gave one reason, and then I made sure I had something from the text to support that reason. You always want facts to back up your reasons. That will make for a strong opinion piece. And then we go right back to the beginning and we restate our opinion. Well, today, boys and girls, I have been busy trying to figure out how to change this into a double stuffed Oreo. I think I've done it. So I want to show you what I've created. I am going to use the very same story because it's very familiar to us, and your story is very familiar to you. This is what it looks like. It looks very, very busy. I have attached a copy of this and the student organizer, one that you can print out or you could duplicate somehow, however you want at home. Well, I still have my same opinion. I am not going to get up today. Is a funny story about a stubborn boy who did not want to get out of bed. I still have my first reason one, with my example. His family tried to do many silly things, but they could not get him out of bed. He didn't care if they tickled his feet or shook his bed, he was not getting up. And then I still have my same opinion. I changed it a little bit today, and that's okay because writers do revise their work. I changed it to, this is a fun-filled book with lots of surprises. And it was a whole lot of fun to read. Check it out. Notice how I added, and it was a whole lot of fun to read. I just thought that would be more convincing. Well, you will notice that I have a second reason. Okay, that's that frosting part of the Oreo cookie, right? All right, the chocolate wafer, and then frosting, and now more frosting of that good stuff, right? Because the double stuffed Oreo has more frosting, more good stuff, right? Well, guess what? An Oreo has more reasons and another example to go with that reason. So, did you notice I said Oreo? Oh, you've probably heard that. Oreo. Well, that's what we want to do in our writing today. Okay? So I'm going to just go back and tell you how I added another reason. So first I said they did lots of silly things. That was my first reason. My second reason, number 2 reason, is his family even tried to bribe the boy with things they knew he liked. Sometimes when we're trying to get somebody to do something, we call it bribing, kind of like do something that they'd really like to do, and then maybe they'll agree with us and they'll be able to do it too. Well, that's exactly what I think that they were doing. In my example, I went back into the book and I remembered, I looked through it and I thought, I'm going to pick a really good one because I want this to be very convincing. So this is what I picked for my example. They made a silly machine that delivered fancy desserts like a strawberry flip, a marshmallow dip, and even something called a pineapple butterscotch ding dang do. Thought that's convincing. I don't know about you, but that would have gotten me up. So you will notice, and I sent you an attachment of this too, you will notice that the things that I gathered from the text, I underlined, okay? And I even made them go slanted a little bit. They're italicized too, okay? I changed the print and I underlined it because I wanted you to know that I got that information from the text. Those are facts. So those facts are going to be able to back up my reason, right? I can show somebody, hey, it's in the book. It says it right here. And that's exactly what I did. So boys and girls, I want you to try this today. If you can print it out, print it out. I hope you had ink. You know, one reason I had to change the color is my black ink seemed to wanna like be all empty on me today. And so I thought, I'm gonna trick that printer and I'm gonna change the color, and it worked. So boys and girls, you never ever give up. That's called perseverance. That's one of our words. We want to be able to persevere through our work, through our challenges. And that's what I had to do this morning. Sometimes it's uncomfortable, but sometimes you just got to persevere. And you'll get there. Look at here. I have my example for you. I didn't give up. That's what perseverance is. And I don't want you to give up either. Okay? You can use this sheet and you can write small, and you can keep that as your, this is my final draft from Mrs. Welk for this assignment. But if you really want to, you can go back, my friends, and you can write it on that two-sided lined paper like we used on Tuesday, I think. Okay? So you can do two parts. You can do this part, and then you can rewrite it in your best handwriting. If you think this is like your best work, then I'm okay. But you know what? If you use this, you're going to have to write really small. I had to type it in, okay? And you're not going to be able to type it in, I don't think, unless you type on your a Word document and you cut it out and you paste it in. That would work too for me, okay? All right? I'm looking forward to pictures of your first opinion, your original Oreo cookie, and then I'm going to be looking for an Oreo piece of opinion from you. Boys and girls, have a great day. I will see you again next week. Happy writing.